Well, good morning everyone. David Cook for Franco Painting and Wallpaper. Just doing a quick video on some trim paints we're using. This one isn't actually the trim paint. It's the only emerald can I had in the shop. So Benjamin Moore Advanced Pro Classic trim paint, and then Emerald has a urethane trim paint. This is their wall paint. Although you probably could use it for trim, but I wouldn't recommend it. So three differences. This one is latex acrylic. So it is an enamel. Enamel is the finish. So this one, we use this one a lot. And I use it a lot because it dries fast. So we can spray and it'll be dry within an hour in most cases, sometimes less. But I can put 2 coats, sometimes 3 coats on in one day if we need to. So if we're covering over some, like North White is a really bad one, some antique whites, anything that's got yellow in it, sometimes whites are harder to cover. More and more, we're just putting primer and then putting our 2 coats. But if we're using spray, I can spray 1 coat of primer, 1 coat of paint, and it's getting us the same things if we're brushing and rolling too. So this one dries really fast. I've always liked this product. It hasn't really changed. The one thing I've been told about this product is long-term use. It won't last as long as some other finishes. But by the time you have to worry about it wearing down or not lasting as long, it's time to repaint anyway, because usually you're going to change color or there's wear and tear. So I'm not really sold on the fact that it doesn't last as long, because I think after 10 years, if you're worried about the finish on there, it's time to repaint almost anyway because of color fading, different things. Benjamin Moore Advanced. There's a lot of people that use this out west, especially in arid areas for cabinets. It does say cabinets on here. So the thing about this stuff here in Illinois, using this is a waterborne alkyd, which is oil. This stuff, and it says it on the label too, once you put it on there, 16 hours to recoat. When you go out west, they don't have the 16-hour issue as far as I know. You can't quote me on this because I don't paint out there. I'm just what people told me. They use this because it has a longer open time. Where we use lacquers for our cabinets, they can't use lacquers where it's a lot more arid because it dries too fast. It's actually drying as it's coming out of the gun, believe it or not, because it's so arid out there. So this stuff they can spray and they have good luck that they can get it on and use it the next day, where we can't do that. With the humidity issues we have here in the Midwest. I put this on today. We just got done doing some replacement doors, and we use this on the replacement doors because this is the same color. It's Chantilly lace from Benjamin Moore, which is a very difficult color to match in other paint products. So we used this product to paint doors. Started at 7 with the first coat. It was 91 degrees yesterday, even with the window unit on there. It was still, I couldn't touch it at noon. Came back after another estimate. It was about 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock, I was able to flip the doors. I could touch them and put a second coat on there. So dry time is really, really long. And again, it's oil, which we're on septic, so it's really hard for me to use this stuff because I can't clean anything out. So it's almost, if I use a brush and roller, it's disposable. So that's another reason I just don't like it. Even if you're on city water, you're putting the stuff down the drain. I'm just not a huge fan of it, just because of dry time especially. It's supposed to be really great. It's just not my preference of stuff to use. The other one is Emerald. They have an Emerald trim urethane. We've used it on several jobs, using it in an airless sprayer. And the airless sprayer we're using to spray the trim, windows, doors, etc. Because it's a urethane, it's not oil, but urethane. And I don't know the chemical difference of it, but I know it dries faster. So this stuff, we've been able to recoat, and Chad can probably be a better thing on that when we sprayed it. I think it was about 2 hours we were able to respray with Emerald urethane. Yeah. And dry to the touch. If you're doing a brush and roller, it's still an hour to 2 hours before you can touch it again with the urethane. But it definitely dries faster. And I've been told between the Pro Classic and Emerald Urethane, again, wrong can, but it's Emerald. Between these two, the Emerald actually has a better resistance to chemicals, cleaning products, wear and tear. The urethane will withstand a lot more wear and tear than Pro Classic. That's what I've been told. Again, we haven't used these two enough to know difference-wise, because I think this has only been out a couple years. So we really haven't had the durability testing that I would say, compared to Chem Aqua, it's the stuff we're using for cabinets. That's been 15 years we've been using, so I know it really well. Emerald, I just don't know it very well. I'm just telling you the differences. These are the differences we've been told. Some people say Bear. Bear's, again, is an alkyd. It's supposed to dry fast. I'm just not a fan of Bear products. So 3 different trim paints. If you're looking for quick and fast, that is quick and fast. It'll dry good. I think it's gonna work for 90% of most applications. People use Emerald for cabinets now. I think, if you're someplace where airless, it'll probably work great. Again, I'm not an expert on it. I'm just telling you 3 different ones that we have seen. These are the 2 that we use. This one, dry time, we just don't use it. And it's a pain to clean. But that's my opinion. If you got questions on trim painting, if you got comments from your experience of using this, man, please let us know. Love to be able to offer some feedback to other customers too. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless.